Now, here's the MLBBro TV show, the best from MLBBro.com with Rob Parker. Let's go.
Welcome to the weekend. There were so many great stories on MLBBro.com this past week. In case you missed some, we'll take a look back. Let's start here. MLBBro.com content reporter Jones Whitner introduced us to Mookie Betts' cameo in Call of Duty.
Mookie Betts made a recent cameo appearance in the Call of Duty Warzone Season 3 trailer where he can be seen using a shotgun as if it was a bat to hit an incoming grenade, which makes a lot of sense because what's a grenade to a Major League curveball? To those who might not be familiar with the Call of Duty franchise, it's the best-selling first-person shooter game series of all time, as well as the most successful video game franchise created in the United States. I personally find it dope that no matter how much money some of these players might make, the majority of us can all relate to something as common as video games. That goes as a reminder that at the end of the day, these players are everyday people, just like us. Except for in Mookie's case, Mookie's different. With the right tool in his hands, he can hit anything, even the grenade.
MLBBro.com assistant managing editor Mark Gray took a crack at swinging and missing. He wants baseball to be cool again.
From the MLBBro.com's first ever focus group, we give you the results of the first unscientific Let's Make Baseball Cool Around the Way Again survey. First, get me some shoes. Spikes these days don't look like a cross between your dad's Orthos and Caddyshack from back in the day. We miss the days when you could rock the Griffeys or the Derek Jeter Jordans. Forget that chicks dig the long ball stuff. They do, but they also appreciate a man's footwear. So Major League Baseball, you got to step your shoe game up. On second, we got to recognize that there's an American brother who is the face of Major League Baseball right now. Give Mookie Betts his props. He's the face of baseball right now. No matter how many energy drinks his rival down south is trying to sell to you. As a matter of fact, Betts is what Magic Johnson was to the Lakers. Box office baseball. And just with the NBA, there are young G's behind him ready to take the mantle when he starts slipping off. Tim Anderson, Taylor Trammell, Byron Buxton, ready to handle things down the line, just like Kobe did before passing it off to LeBron. And that certainly worked to keep the association moving. And coming home, it's just simply time to remix the seventh inning stretch altogether at America's ballparks. Now, look, we're not saying pull the plug on the tradition at Wrigley, which is take me out to the ball game. If Jay-Z or DJ Khaled were to put a mix on that old pastime relic, would it really be a bad thing? How about a little backspin during the seventh inning stretch? After a couple of responsible adult beverages, I'm sure folks in D.C. would love to hear some Chuck Brown and some good old-fashioned go-go. You know, I feel like busting loose. I'm Mark Gray, swinging and missing, but at least I'm stepping up to the plate for MLBBro.com.
On Debatable with Mark Gray, ESPN reporter Scoop Jackson sat down and talked about black baseball.
You've been watching the game a little bit less than we have, and as a part of the generation that really didn't see the guys that we speak, like the Dave Parkers, the Willie Stargels, even Barry Bonds. So to you, is this one of them crossover seminal moments right now as far as black talent is concerned in the game?
We got a lot of great young talent from Akil Baddoo, Cedric Mullins, Buxton. He's must-watch TV, especially as a center fielder. I appreciate the guys like Torrey Hunter, the guys that display the level of athleticism. You know what I'm saying? Like, baseball is a sport. And when we watch sports, we appreciate seeing guys who do things that we can't per se do. So as far as a talent standpoint, we definitely making a resurgence.
I would agree, but Scoop, I'm anxious to get your thoughts.
No, you're right. You see what Mullins did to come out. You see what you see what on your hat. You see what Tim Anderson's doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're looking at players across the board, and you're looking at non-American Black players that are being accepted into our Black American culture that we want to call our own because we can identify with them. So you're looking at the Lindors and the Tatianas, Tatisas. You're looking at somebody I'm probably gonna miss a lady. You're looking at what Vlad Jr.'s doing. All that goes into what we embrace as Black baseball.
And as you know, every Monday it's Homeboy Highlights with yours truly. This week's Homeboy was Tim Anderson, the shortstop from the Chicago White Sox, with a 8-game hitting streak. This week's Homeboy is Chicago White Sox shortstop Tim Anderson. Man, is he raking. He has an 8-game hitting streak. Anderson has hit safely in all 8 games he's played since returning from the injured list. He's batting .389, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and he scored 9 runs. Tim's hot bat has fueled the White Sox. They've won 4 in a row, 6 of their last 8, including a 3-game sweep of the Texas Rangers. That's why Tim Anderson is this week's Homeboy. And don't forget, go to newera.com for the freshest hats on the planet. That's our show for this week. I'm Rob Parker. We'll see you again next weekend. And all week long, check in on MLBBro.com for the best coverage of Black and brown major leaguers.